Hi guys, Christine Mann here. I'm just going to tell you one of my most forgettable Christmases. Unforgettable, but forgettable. I got sick and I almost died, and Christmas Day I almost passed out and I couldn't even sit up to be able to enjoy Christmas with the people I was with. So this is my story. I went to Tanzania for 3 months with a bunch of friends, missionaries, and we were just there for 3 months, but there was a miscommunication, and we thought we were getting our anti-malarial medication when we got there. And when we got there, the people we met said, "Oh, no, you were supposed to bring it with you." So we had no anti-malaria medication, which was insane. We should have turned around and went home. Every one of us got so sick. So I got malaria. But on top of that, we were living with the nationals. So we were actually living without running water, without drinking water. We had to boil the dirty water and strain it a million times to get drinkable water that wouldn't make us sick. So and it tasted gross. So it was hard to get enough water, and the food was different. We ate rice and beans every single day for 3 months. And this was a whole different culture that you can't even imagine until you're in it. So I remember, okay, I'm going on a little rabbit trail here, but I remember one time we were eating in the dark because, I don't know, we couldn't find matches for the lantern or whatever because there's no electricity. And so we were eating in the dark, and someone finally brought some matches and lit the lantern, and our food was crawling with flies. And we didn't know any better because it was dark. Which, I mean, I think some of us just continued eating. We were hungry. So, anyways, off of the rabbit trail. Christmas! So I got malaria, and I don't know if it was cerebral malaria, which actually attacks your brain and can cause hearing damage and all kinds of bad things long term. But I had malaria bad enough that I was non-functional. And I remember going to the hospital with a friend, and she was beside herself. She wasn't a nurse. She had first aid training, and she was trying to help me, but she didn't know what to do. And we were laying on this, I was laying on the cement. They had little benches there for you to lay on while you waited to get in to see a doctor. And so I got in eventually, and they couldn't find a vein, and they were poking me a million times. And that's about all I can remember. And then I remember waking up, like I slept, like I literally was out of it for I don't know how long that was between that and Christmas. But I woke up on Christmas, and I remember thinking, oh, maybe I could sit up today. And so I sat up, and I started to feel woozy. And so then we tried again later, and they actually brought me into the living room with everyone so we could do Christmas together. And I had to just go back and lay down because apparently I was pale as a ghost. So they called my parents Christmas Day to tell them that they were going to try and send me home, but I might not make it alive. Like, really? Who does that? But then they came and they gave me the option, do you want to go home or do you want to stay? Do you think you can get better? And I was like, well, I guess I'll just stay. Like, I don't know. So that was my most unforgettable Christmas. I pretty much slept through the whole thing. But the beautiful part of it was all the support that I had. And I really wasn't alone. So I remember going to a missionary family's house that I'd never met before. I don't even know how we got in touch with them. And she was a nurse, and she nursed me back to health. And I remember just loving that family. I was with them for 2 weeks, I think. And we played games together, and they just loved on me and cared for me. And it was a really heartwarming thing for somebody to do for a complete stranger. And so that is my story. Lots of people were there for me and loved me, and my poor parents survived the horror of of that. So that's my Christmas story. That is forgettable, unforgettable, and share yours. I'd love to hear some of your forgettable, unforgettable stories in the comments, or message me. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.